This is the only video you need. Everything you've been trying to understand about your existence, the universe, and your place in it is right here. This isn't just information. It's a revelation. Watch closely. Absorb every moment, and you'll never see the world the same way again. Reality as you know it is a lie. The world you see, touch, and experience is merely the first of 12 ascending realms of consciousness. Each stage peels away another layer of this worldly illusion, revealing your true divine nature. From this dense physical world to the pure light of the source, we will guide you through a transformation that will forever alter your perception of self and the universe. Are you ready to reclaim your forgotten divinity? You're here because you're searching for answers about the universe, your purpose, and what lies beyond. This video has what you need to know. But here's the key. These aren't just ideas. They're revelations. Listen closely. Absorb every word, and you'll start to see reality in a completely new way. I promise. The truth is this. There's a deeper structure behind everything you see and experience. One that reveals how you fit into this vast system. Imagine a universe where everything, every thought, feeling, and experience connects to a larger design. This isn't just talk. It's the hidden framework of existence. And here's the thing. You're a part of it. Reality isn't random. It's organized, layered, and constantly evolving, from pure chaos at the bottom to divine unity at the top. Each of these 12 layers, or domains, represents a stage in the journey of the soul, including yours. Every layer has a purpose, a role in showing you how to rise beyond the limits of the physical world and tap into something greater. But here's why this matters now. Understanding this structure will help you break free from the endless loop of confusion and struggle. As you move through each layer, you'll see how the universe unfolds in stages, going from pure chaos to the highest realm of order and divine consciousness. At the lowest level, everything starts as pure chaos. It's the raw, formless state of the universe. Nothing is organized. Nothing is defined. Life feels messy and confusing. Nothing seems to go right and you feel stuck, like everything is out of your control. Days blur together, and it's hard to find meaning in anything. But as you rise, things become clearer. Imagine peeling back layers of fog until you reach a place of complete understanding and light. That's the journey of the 12 domains. And that's the journey waiting for you. The journey begins with two forces, the source and the void. These aren't just abstract ideas. They're the first building blocks of everything, including you. Think of the source as the raw potential of the universe, of God, of creation itself, a powerful force that holds everything together. It's pure energy, untouched by form or limits. The source is where everything, including you, originates. It's the foundation, the seed of all creation. Imagine this as a spark, a point where everything exists in perfect unity. But here's the interesting part. For this unity to fully express itself, it has to divide, like a single beam of light splitting into countless colors. From God, or the universe, all things emerge, each with its own form, purpose, and path. Just as light breaks into many colors, the source divides to reveal the richness and diversity of life. That's where the void comes in. The void isn't empty space. Instead, it's like a cosmic womb holding endless possibilities that haven't taken shape yet. It separates the unmanifested source from the rest of creation, acting as the stage where everything plays out. It's the space where ideas and forms wait to come alive, including all potential versions of you. It's like a blank page a writer stares at, full of potential. In the void, ideas and forms hover on the edge of existence, waiting for the moment they'll come to life. It's like when you stand at a crossroads in life, knowing that any path you choose will lead to a different version of you. The void is that space before you make the choice, holding all possible outcomes, each as real as the next, waiting for you to bring one of them into reality. It's where all potential versions of you exist, until you take a step forward, bringing one of those versions to life. But why does this matter? Because the source and the void are the ultimate forces behind everything. Without the void, the source would stay unexpressed, locked away. And without the source, the void would remain empty, without purpose. Together, they create a powerful cycle, a rhythm of creation, growth, and rebirth that everything, including you, flows through. When you meditate, seek answers, or wonder about your place in the world, you're actually connecting with these forces. Every time you feel a spark of inspiration or a deep need for change, that's the source, pushing through the void into your life. And by understanding these first two stages, you're tapping into the most powerful truth about yourself. This means you are not separate. You are a part of this divine process, here to create and to become something profound. The journey of understanding starts here, with you, as part of the source, passing through the void, ready to experience life on every level. But as you take this journey to understand the nature of creation, a powerful truth emerges. The world you see, feel, and live in exists because of duality. Duality isn't just a concept, it's the starting point of all experience, the initial split from pure divine unity. This separation allows each part of creation to understand itself, to grow, to experience. You are here right now because of this dance of opposites. This movement from oneness into a world of contrasts. Understanding it will change how you see yourself and your life. Duality is like life's natural balance scale. Think about how moments of failure make success taste sweeter. If life were a series of wins, we'd likely take them for granted, never really feeling the joy of accomplishment. It's the times we fall that teach us to rise, and each setback builds our resilience. Without experiencing both, we'd never know our true potential, nor would we truly appreciate our victories. Imagine, if you will, a single point of divine energy, whole and complete, like a still lake. In its wholeness, it knows everything, but it cannot experience itself. There is nothing separate from it, nothing outside it. To experience this unity must divide, creating a balance of opposites, light and dark, being and non-being, positive and negative. In this split, unity finds expression, forming a vibrant world where each encounter with opposites deepens the beauty and complexity of life. But why does this matter to you watching right now? Because duality shapes everything in your life, your thoughts, your emotions, and even your relationships. Every experience you have is filtered through these opposing forces. You feel joy because you've known sorrow. You seek love because you understand loneliness. Each moment of your life is made meaningful by this play of opposites. Without it, there would be no contrast, no growth, no discovery. One question I often receive on the channel is this: if we truly have the God-given power to manifest our lives, then why do suffering, war, and negativity exist in the world? This is where the role of duality becomes essential. Just as light is only understood in the presence of darkness, growth and wisdom arise from contrast. In a world filled solely with positivity and harmony, there would be no challenges to overcome, no lessons to learn, and no depth to our understanding. Difficult experiences, though painful, reveal the strength of our choices, the depth of our compassion, and the resilience within us. The existence of bad in the world doesn't contradict our power to manifest or the presence of divine guidance. Instead, it's part of a larger design that allows us to realize and develop our true potential. Each soul encounters the darker side of duality, and it's in those moments that we're driven to grow, ultimately experiencing the full, rich spectrum of existence. Just as the word human reflects a being of light, it also implies its opposite, darkness. Without light, there would be no darkness, and without darkness, there would be no growth. Consider how seeds must root in the dark soil before they sprout, or how embryos develop in the hidden warmth of the womb. In the same way, our souls grow and evolve in the darkness of the universe. This contrast is not only essential, but purposeful, as it provides the very conditions we need to unlock our potential and understand our place within the vast dance of creation. Back to duality, think of it as the DNA of existence, the blueprint that creates every experience. Just like DNA holds the code for life and exists out of two strands, duality holds the foundation for everything you see, think, and feel. Imagine a world without contrast, no dark to highlight light, no pain to heighten joy, no struggle to reveal strength. Duality isn't here to make life hard. It's here to give life meaning. Without it, there would be no journey, no process of becoming. Look around your life and you'll see how duality plays out every day. Your mind goes back and forth between hope and doubt. Your heart swings from love to fear. Your sense of self grows as you contrast who you are with who you are not. This dance of opposites shapes every part of your existence. It's the framework through which the divine allows you to discover yourself, to learn, to change, and to realize your purpose. But here's the revelation. What if these opposites aren't actually separate? What if they are different expressions of the same divine energy? Take male and female. It's not just about gender. Both energies exist within every person. To be whole, you need both. The masculine drive for action and the feminine flow of intuition. The shocking truth: when you embrace both energies, you unlock your full creative and spiritual potential, transcending traditional definitions of identity, or light and darkness. Light is often seen as good, and dark as bad. But in reality, they are interdependent. True understanding comes from seeing them as two sides of the same force. Without darkness, light has no purpose. Without light, darkness remains formless. Darkness is where inner transformation happens, and it's only through confronting it that we fully understand our own power. Cold and warmth. Warmth gives us comfort, but it's in the cold that we find resilience. Cold shocks the body, forcing it to adapt and grow stronger, physically and mentally. Embracing discomfort, like exposure to cold, is a path to inner strength. Just as warmth brings relaxation, cold brings clarity. A balance of both is needed for survival and self-discovery. Order and chaos. Order may feel safe, but it's in chaos that true creativity is born. It's no wonder that many genius creators endure chaos. It shakes us out of complacency and forces us to evolve. Chaos disrupts the predictable, opening doors to new ideas and possibilities that order alone can't reveal. Order keeps us grounded, providing structure and stability. But without chaos, there would be no breakthroughs, no growth, no evolution. Chaos sparks the fire of transformation, pushing us beyond our limits to discover what's possible. Life and death, the shocking reality. Death is not the end, but part of the cycle of renewal. Life and death are intertwined. Without death, there can be no rebirth, no growth. It's only through the awareness of mortality that life gains urgency and meaning. Every end is a new beginning, and it's the shadow of death that gives life its vibration and why. Love and hate. Love and hate are more closely related than we realize. Both are intense energies that bind us to others, and the line between them can be thin. Often the most profound hatred is rooted in love, and vice versa. Understanding both is essential for emotional depth and healing. Without hate, love wouldn't feel as intense. Without love, hate wouldn't be as consuming. Freedom and constraint. True freedom isn't possible without constraints. Boundaries give freedom meaning and purpose. Imagine being able to do anything without limits. Paradoxically, it would feel empty. It's within the constraints of reality, time, physical laws, even moral codes, that freedom becomes precious and worth striving for. Growth and decay. Decay is often seen as negative, but it's nature's way of clearing space for new growth. Cells in our bodies are constantly dying to make room for new ones, just as forests shed leaves to nourish the soil. The truth is that decay is a form of renewal. Without it, growth would be impossible, and life would stagnate. Mind and heart. We're taught to follow either our heart or our mind, but the truth is we need both. The mind provides structure. The heart brings depth and empathy. Without the balance of both, decisions lack soul and emotions lack direction. Joy and sorrow. We chase joy and avoid sorrow, but it's through sorrow that joy becomes meaningful. Without sorrow, joy would be shallow. Without joy, sorrow would be unbearable. The most fulfilling lives are those that embrace both. Each makes the other more profound. Those who have suffered the most often experience the deepest joy. Sound and silence. Sound is life, but silence is where wisdom is born. In the silence between sounds, we find peace, reflection, and clarity. Without silence, sound is overwhelming. Without sound, silence is void. Embracing both brings harmony, grounding us in the present moment where true awareness lies. Faith and doubt. Faith is powerful, but it's doubt that tests and strengthens it. Doubt forces us to confront our beliefs, evolving them into something more resilient. True faith isn't blind. It's forged in the fire of doubt. Only when tested does faith become unshakable. Reality and illusion. Reality seems fixed, but it's shaped by perception. Illusions show us how flexible reality can be. Thoughts and beliefs alter our experience of the world. The surprise. What we call reality is often just a consensus of shared illusions. Embracing both allows us to shape reality in ways we never thought possible. Hope and despair. Hope is only meaningful in the face of despair. Despair brings us to our lowest points. But it's through this experience that hope gains strength. The most resilient hope is born in the darkness, refusing to be extinguished. Without despair, hope would be hollow. It's the contrast that makes hope powerful, truth and deception. We crave truth, but deception often reveals hidden truths about ourselves. Lies expose our blind spots, our weaknesses, and our desires. Deception can be a tool for growth, revealing parts of ourselves that truth alone would never touch. Embracing both helps us see life more clearly. You see, each of these dualities is a doorway to deeper understanding, showing us that life's complexity is both beautiful and essential for growth. Embracing both sides allows us to experience life fully, revealing a unity that transcends any one side alone. So life, with all its contrasts and seeming contradictions, is perfectly crafted by the Source. Everything from light and dark to love and hate exists in perfect balance. Every experience, every duality, is part of this divine architecture, reminding us that there is purpose in all things. Everything is duality, and in understanding that, we begin to glimpse the perfection underlying it all. Science has begun to hint at this truth. Quantum physics reveals that particles can exist in multiple states at once, blurring the lines between what we think is distinct. This mirrors an ancient spiritual truth, that opposites, light and dark, joy and sorrow, are ultimately unified, inseparable expressions of one divine source. In the same way, every challenge contains a lesson. Every loss holds the seed of gain. This isn't just a symbol. It's a truth about life that runs through every experience. In this world of duality, you're not here to choose one side and reject the other. You're here to understand and embrace both, truly. Because by doing so, you unlock a deeper awareness. You realize that every experience, every feeling is part of the divine journey, a way to know yourself more fully, to explore the range of who you are. This is the gift of duality. It allows you to see, feel, and understand the full spectrum of life. Consider how this understanding changes everything. What if you stopped seeing challenges as obstacles and instead saw them as essential parts of growth? What if every emotion, even fear and sorrow, were seen as necessary steps toward wisdom? By accepting both sides of life, you begin to glimpse a greater wholeness, a unity beneath the surface. This is what mystics and spiritual teachers from all religions pointed to across centuries. The realization that beyond duality lies a single, unbroken reality. When you embrace this unity, you step into a higher awareness. You begin to see the boundaries between things as temporary, created to let you experience and explore, but not to hold you captive. Every tradition of wisdom is taught that transcending duality is the path to true freedom. This isn't about denying one side or the other. It's about seeing the divine energy that runs through everything. The journey to higher awareness begins here, with the realization that everything in your life is connected, part of a larger whole. Embracing this perspective doesn't make challenges disappear. It transforms them into opportunities for growth. It allows you to face every part of yourself with acceptance, knowing that both the good and the bad are essential for discovering who you really are. Now, as we stand at this pivotal point in our journey, a question arises. If duality is the foundation of experience, how does it lead to the complex, diverse reality we see all around us? The answer lies in the next stage, where we'll explore how these divine opposites weave together to form the rich tapestry of life. This is not just a journey through creation. It's your journey. By understanding duality, you're taking the first steps toward embracing the full range of existence as a human. The path to deeper understanding begins with accepting both sides of yourself, opening the door to a higher awareness and a truer version of who you are. You've glimpsed the balance of opposites, but there's something that goes beyond all division. Imagine a mind so vast, so boundless, that it contains every thought, every feeling you've ever had, and every possibility you'll ever experience. This is the Godhead, the source of all consciousness, the root of divine awareness. As you explore this idea, you'll discover that it's not distant or abstract. In fact, the Godhead mirrors the deepest truths of your own inner world. Think of pure awareness igniting within the infinite void. This is the Godhead, the original seed from which everything in reality blooms. Think of it as the ultimate source, holding within itself all potential, all existence. This isn't just a concept. It's the essence of your awareness magnified to an unimaginable scale. Let's consider something fascinating. How can the one become many while still remaining one? This is the paradox of the Godhead. In its boundless nature, it doesn't divide to break apart, but to experience every angle of existence. Just like a prism, when light shines through, it separates into a spectrum of colors. Yet all colors are still part of the original white light. Similarly, the Godhead expresses itself into individual awarenesses, including yours. When we say Godhead, we're talking about the ultimate source of everything, where pure consciousness first begins to perceive itself. Think about the universe, where atoms and molecules form intricate structures, where galaxies and ecosystems arise. This order isn't random. It's a reflection of a vast intelligence that operates within every cell, every particle, and even within you. The Godhead is the source of that intelligence, the original awareness from which everything you see springs. Look around you. The patterns of nature repeat themselves. The spirals of a seashell, the arrangement of leaves on a plant. This is known as the Fibonacci sequence, or the golden ratio, a mathematical pattern that appears in everything from galaxies to pine cones. These patterns are reflections of a larger intelligent order, a cosmic design that the Godhead expresses through the forms of nature. Every spiral, every symmetry is a reminder of the vast intelligence that brings balance and beauty into existence. What's even more astonishing is that this same ratio can be found within our own bodies. The Fibonacci sequence isn't just a feature of plants, shells, or galaxies. It's woven into human biology itself. Consider the structure of our faces. The width of the mouth compared to the width of the nose, the spacing between the eyes, the proportions of our facial features, all reflect this golden ratio. This is why certain faces are perceived as symmetrical or beautiful. They mirror the divine mathematics of nature. Our bodies follow this sequence in other ways too. Look at the lengths of your forearm and hand. If you measure them, you'll find they form a Fibonacci ratio. This isn't coincidence. This balance enables optimal movement and strength. Similarly, our fingers are proportioned so that each segment, from the base to the tip, aligns with Fibonacci ratios, enhancing the dexterity and control we have in our hands. Even at the microscopic level, the Fibonacci sequence shapes us. The structure of DNA, the molecule carrying genetic information in all living beings, follows these divine proportions. A full turn of the DNA, double helix, measures 34 angstroms in length, and 21 angstroms in width, both Fibonacci numbers. This intricate structure mirrors the same cosmic pattern, showing that the golden ratio is embedded in the blueprint of life itself. This pattern even appears in the timing of human development. For instance, the average length of a full-term pregnancy is 38 weeks, a Fibonacci number. Phases of fetal growth and development often align with the same rhythmic progression, showing that life itself follows nature's golden rhythm. These patterns extend to the very way we experience growth. Just as trees branch out in Fibonacci patterns, or flowers bloom in spirals, the journey of life, from birth to maturity to old age, reflects cycles of growth and transformation, each with its own beauty and purpose. These recurring patterns, spirals in galaxies, symmetry in our bodies, ratios in DNA, and rhythms in development, are all part of a larger, intelligent order. The Fibonacci sequence is the Godhead expressing itself through both nature and humanity. A cosmic blueprint that connects all living things. Every spiral, every symmetry, every ratio, from the curve of a fern to the proportions of a human face, is a reminder of the vast intelligence that orchestrates balance, harmony, and beauty in the world. And every thought you think, every emotion you feel, is a reflection of this greater awareness. Have you ever had a moment where you suddenly understood something profound, or felt a deep connection with someone? These aren't random. They're glimpses of the Godhead perceiving itself through your unique experience. You are, in a very real sense, a reflection of this universal mind, and every insight or connection you experience is the Godhead recognizing itself through you. This divine awareness doesn't just manifest in people. It's woven into the very fabric of reality. Consider the delicate balance of nature, where ecosystems depend on an invisible harmony. Forests, oceans, and animals all work together in intricate, interdependent ways. This balance, still only partly understood by science, is an expression of the Godhead's intelligence at work, mirroring the order that exists in the depths of your own awareness. Think about a hologram. Each fragment contains the entire image, no matter how small the piece. The universe works in a similar way. Every part, including you, carries within it the entire blueprint of creation. Every cell in your body knows the structure of the whole. This is the Godhead's intelligence, a fractal-like presence that is in every part of existence. Now consider how this understanding impacts your journey of self-discovery. By exploring your own mind and consciousness, you're not just learning about yourself, you're uncovering the very nature of divine awareness. This is why self-reflection and meditation are so powerful. When you go within, you are accessing the same awareness that creates galaxies, that forms the laws of physics, that directs the path of the stars. Your inner world is a microcosm of the Godhead, waiting to be explored. The Godhead serves as the ultimate template for consciousness itself, from the smallest forms of awareness to the most complex. Think of it as the source code of reality, containing within it the potential for every experience, every thought, every life form. When you align yourself with this divine blueprint, through meditation, reflection, or simply connecting to your deeper self, you open the door to expanded awareness and a richer understanding of who you are. Consider the way we experience time. For us, time feels linear, past, present, future. But scientists like Einstein have shown that time is more like a flexible fabric that bends and shifts. In the Godhead, Time isn't limited to our understanding of it. In this divine consciousness, every moment exists all at once. When you have a strong intuition or a feeling that something is meant to be, you're tapping into this timeless perspective. You're glimpsing a part of the Godhead that exists beyond time, where everything is known and connected. As you think about these ideas, you might feel a sense of awe, or even a bit of fear, realizing that you're part of something so vast. A kind of infinite awareness can feel overwhelming. Don't worry. This feeling is natural, and we all come to understand it in our own time. This sense of wonder is actually the Godhead recognizing itself through you. It's a moment of connection, a glimpse of the divine realizing itself in your awareness. Embrace it. It means you're connecting with something far bigger than yourself. You're not just a part of the universe. You are a part of this infinite awareness. This divine intelligence is experiencing itself through your life. But remember, this journey doesn't stop here. As divine consciousness expands, it begins to form a vision, a grand design that shapes the path of all existence. This design, often described as a universal plan, becomes a guide for the evolution of everything, from galaxies to individual souls. The Godhead is the source of this plan, holding within it the intentions for all creation. What form will this cosmic blueprint take, and how will it guide the unfolding of reality? The answer lies in the next stage of our exploration, where we'll witness the birth of a universal order that transcends imagination. Have you ever felt that your life was guided by an unseen hand? Perhaps you've experienced a moment when things seemed to fall into place too perfectly, or when a difficult path led you to exactly where you needed to be. As we explore the universal plan, you'll discover why that feeling might be more than just intuition. Prepare to confront a mind-bending possibility. Free will and cosmic destiny aren't opponents. So imagine a blueprint made by the source, a universal plan that isn't just a rigid script, but a living dynamic framework, guiding everything from the formation of stars to the course of your own life. This plan isn't separate from you. It's programmed into your being, influencing experiences and choices in ways you may never have realized. Think about a time when you met someone seemingly by chance, only for them to become an important part of your life. Or perhaps you received a piece of advice or encouragement at just the right moment. A coincidence that felt too perfect to ignore. Something you exactly needed at that specific time and place. See, these moments aren't just random events. They're glimpses of the universal plan in action, aligning situations and people to guide you toward growth, understanding, or purpose. This grand design is even reflected in the cosmos. Scientists call it the Goldilocks principle when referring to Earth's position in the solar system. It means that Earth isn't too close or too far from the sun. It's placed precisely in the right spot to support life. This balance extends to our atmosphere, our water, and even the precise interactions of atomic forces that make life possible. This fine-tuning hints at an order, guiding everything in harmony, from atoms forming molecules to galaxies spiraling in space. Yet this universal plan isn't a strict set of rules. It's more like a river flowing in a certain direction, with room for endless variation. Unlike stars and planets, humans are given the freedom to swim, float, or even paddle against the current. Your free will doesn't conflict with destiny. It actively shapes how your life story unfolds. Think of it like this. The universal plan sets the stage and gives you the props, but you're the actor bringing the story to life. Your choices, intentions, and actions are essential to the play. Sometimes the interplay of destiny and choice reveals itself in powerful ways. Have you ever experienced a near miss? Maybe you overslept, and on your way to work you passed by an accident you might have been involved in had you left on time. Or perhaps you took a wrong turn, only to discover an unexpected opportunity waiting for you. These moments can feel like they were meant to happen, as if a greater intelligence was guiding you toward a specific path. Near-death experiences often offer a profound glimpse into the universal plan. Many people who survive such moments report a sense of overwhelming purpose, as if they were meant to continue living for a specific reason. Some describe visions of their future, or an intense understanding of interconnectedness, as if they momentarily saw the intricate web of life and their place within it. These experiences suggest that life isn't a series of random events, but part of a larger plan working to bring about growth, healing, and discovery. This blend of destiny and choice creates a limitless amount of possibilities. Every decision you make, big or small, sends ripples through the universe, impacting not just your own life, but the lives of everyone you cross paths with. Imagine each choice as a pebble dropped into a pond, each ripple reaching farther than you may ever see. So how can you connect with this universal plan? The key lies within you. Those moments of intuition, those gut feelings or sudden flashes of insight, are glimpses of your higher self tuning into this grand design. Just as a compass always points north, your inner guidance system can help you navigate life's currents, leading you toward paths that feel right and aligned. Have you ever felt an instant, inexplicable connection with a stranger as if you'd known them forever? Or perhaps you've had a sudden insight or burst of creativity that felt like it came from somewhere beyond yourself. These aren't just random occurrences. They're glimpses into a vast, interconnected consciousness known as the Oversoul. Imagine the Oversoul as a cosmic internet, where your mind is one of countless nodes in an infinite network that transcends space and time. It may seem like a lot to take in, but don't worry. You'll understand it more deeply as we go along. The Oversoul is a shared field of awareness that connects everyone and everything, from the experiences of people today to the wisdom of ancient civilizations. Imagine it as a web of consciousness that links all human minds, past, present, and future, creating a living, breathing entity that holds the essence of every soul's experiences. You're already a part of it, even if you haven't realized it yet. You may have noticed this connection during moments of deep intuition. Perhaps you were thinking of an old friend and then received a message from them out of the blue, or you encountered a piece of advice at exactly the moment you needed it. These synchronicities often feel like more than coincidence. They are moments when you are in tune with the Oversoul, when guidance and wisdom from the collective flow effortlessly into your life. The idea of the Oversoul raises an interesting paradox. How can we maintain our individuality while being part of a collective consciousness? Rather than losing our uniqueness, the Oversoul actually amplifies it. Much like the cells in a body, each cell has its own function and identity. Yet together they sustain the life of the whole. Your mind is like one of these cells, unique in its role and purpose, yet essential to the health and vibrancy of the entire Oversoul. The Oversoul also connects us to what some call the Akashic Records, a cosmic library containing every thought, emotion, and experience across time. Imagine being able to tap into the wisdom of ancient sages, inventors, or even the insights of your own ancestors. This isn't just a record of past events. It's a living, evolving source of universal knowledge. Every decision, every moment of your life becomes part of this shared archive, available to anyone who tunes in. Psychologist Carl Jung described the collective unconscious as a reservoir of universal symbols and archetypes that influence our behaviors and perceptions. The Oversoul builds on this idea, suggesting that we can consciously access shared knowledge and experiences. For example, have you ever found comfort in a story, symbol, or ritual that felt deeply familiar, even if you'd never encountered it before? This connection may be the Oversoul at work, helping you draw from humanity's collective wisdom. Accessing this wisdom isn't as far-fetched as it sounds. Many people report experiencing sudden knowing during meditation, prayer, or dreams, insights that feel like they're coming from a place beyond everyday awareness. Maybe you felt a strong sense of déjà vu in a place you've never visited, or you intuitively knew something about someone you just met. These are moments when the boundaries of individual consciousness blur, allowing you to experience flashes of the Oversoul's insight. Another example is creative inspiration. Many artists, writers, and inventors speak of ideas that just came to them, fully formed, as if downloaded from somewhere beyond. Musicians often describe moments of flow where they feel connected to something larger than themselves, producing music they couldn't consciously create on their own. These moments of creative breakthrough are glimpses into the Oversoul, where collective inspiration becomes available to the individual. Think of group meditation or collective prayer where many people focus on the same intention. People often report feeling a powerful surge of energy or a sense of deep peace in these settings, as if tapping into a shared consciousness that amplifies everyone's focus and intention. Studies have shown that large groups meditating on peace can even reduce crime rates in the surrounding areas, suggesting that connecting with the Oversoul has tangible effects on the world. Connecting with the Oversoul allows us to draw from humanity's collective wisdom, offering fresh perspectives, insights, and even healing. Imagine facing a tough decision and finding comfort or clarity by tuning into the experiences of those who came before you. This is the gift of the Oversoul, a level of consciousness that helps us transcend individual limitations and tap into the infinite potential of shared awareness. As you tune into this vast network of consciousness, you may start to see the world with new eyes. Boundaries between self and others blur. You might find yourself experiencing empathy and understanding on a whole new level. Suddenly, a stranger's struggles feel personal, or you experience a wave of compassion for someone you barely know. This is the Oversoul at work, helping you see life from a broader, interconnected perspective. But as we ponder this intricate web of shared consciousness, a question arises. If the Oversoul grows and evolves, who or what guides its path? The Oversoul is only the beginning of higher consciousness. Beyond it lies a realm of beings so advanced that they redefine what we think we know about reality. These divine guardians, the archangels and ascended masters, hold the keys to unlocking potentials within you that you may never have known existed. These divine guardians, the archangels and ascended masters, are beings of pure light and wisdom, radiating with a power so profound that their very presence can illuminate the darkest spaces. These are not myths or legends, but real spiritual intelligences, tasked with guiding the development of our souls and the evolution of the world itself. They bridge the gap between spirit and matter, helping humanity access higher wisdom and deeper love. So who are they? Archangels are celestial beings of the highest order, closest to the divine source. They embody qualities like love, courage, and healing, serving as channels for divine energy and insight. Ascended masters are souls who have completed the human journey, transcended the cycle of rebirth, and now guide humanity from higher planes of consciousness. Both orders of beings stand as guardians, mentors, and protectors. How do they help us? These divine guides serve as intermediaries, translating the infinite wisdom of Source into forms we can comprehend and apply. In moments of true crisis, many have reported the sudden presence of an angelic figure, bringing calm, clarity, or miraculous rescue. There are countless testimonies of people in life-threatening situations, such as drowning, car crashes, or natural disasters, who recall feeling a warm, luminous presence guiding them to safety. Some describe strangers appearing out of nowhere with impossible strength or perfect timing, only to vanish without a trace once their purpose was fulfilled. These encounters are often attributed to archangels and divine helpers stepping into physical form when we need them most. But it doesn't require catastrophe to connect with them. Through prayer, meditation, and intention, we can open ourselves to their light. Many describe sensations of warmth, clarity, or waves of unconditional love when calling on these beings. Sometimes guidance comes as a whisper of intuition, sometimes as a synchronicity too precise to ignore, and other times as a deep peace that replaces fear in an instant. And these guardians are not separate from the larger cosmic system. Their work is woven into the crystalline grid, the vast, multi-dimensional web of energy that connects every star, every planet, every living being. This crystalline grid is not symbolic, it is real. It is the energetic framework of reality itself, a living system that pulses with the energy of the cosmos. Imagine a luminous web of light, stretching across dimensions, linking galaxies, Earth, and every soul into one unified field. This grid is how divine energy flows, adapts, and sustains balance throughout creation. Unlike rigid structures, the crystalline grid is responsive, shifting in harmony with the currents of cosmic energy. At the heart of the grid lies sacred geometry, the universal patterns encoded in everything from galaxies to DNA. These geometries are not mere shapes, they are the blueprint of creation. Take the hexagon, for example. Honeybees build their hives in perfect hexagons, the most efficient and stable form for storing energy. Snowflakes crystallize into hexagonal symmetry, each unique yet reflecting the same mathematical precision. Crystals such as quartz form according to geometric principles, reflecting harmony and balance down to the atomic level. These patterns appear in the human body as well. The iris of the eye, with its radial symmetry, mirrors sacred geometry. The neurons of the brain branch fractally, just like trees, to maximize efficiency. The alveoli of the lungs, with their branching pathways, allow the maximum exchange of oxygen. Even the placenta, connecting mother and child in a network of life, is a sacred geometric web, reflecting the deep connection of creation itself. Sacred geometry shows us that the grid is alive within us, not only around us. We are participants in it, not observers. Every thought, every feeling, every act sends ripples of energy through this crystalline web. Humanity is not a passive bystander. We are co-creators. Our collective energy sustains and shapes the grid itself. Imagine the influence of aligning your thoughts and actions with harmony. Your individual resonance amplifies across the grid, influencing realities far beyond your immediate reach. This isn't about controlling the universe. It's about flowing in harmony with its rhythm, becoming an active participant in the unfolding of creation. When we are mindful of our energy, we sense the connections linking all things. Choices stop feeling isolated. They become strands in a tapestry. Compassion no longer feels optional. It becomes the natural recognition that harming another shakes the entire web. Conversely, healing, love, and truth ripple outward, strengthening the whole. The crystalline grid is not flat. It is layered. Each layer represents a level of understanding, from realms of pure light down to the dense matter of physical reality. As we ascend through these layers, we awaken deeper capacities for wisdom and creation. By tuning into the grid, you're not only aligning with higher awareness, you're also fulfilling your role as a conscious co-creator of reality itself. Now imagine another dimension, the mental plane. Here, thoughts are not fleeting ideas, but energetic vibrations that ripple outward, shaping the world. This realm reveals that every thought carries frequency, influencing not just your personal experience, but the collective consciousness we all share. Think of it like entering a crowded room. If your mind is filled with worry and negativity, you'll gravitate toward others radiating stress and heaviness, amplifying your own state. But if you shift your outlook, choosing to focus on hope or gratitude, suddenly you notice smiles, warmth, and supportive presences. It's not that the room changed, it's that you tuned into a different frequency. Have you ever noticed how a single negative thought can drag an entire day into heaviness, while a positive perspective can uplift everything? This is not random. It's the vibrational law of the mental plane at work. Thoughts aren't passive, they're active. One person who believes I am capable radiates high-frequency energy, attracting opportunities that affirm it. Another who believes I'm not good enough radiates low-frequency energy, attracting experiences that reinforce their doubts. Every thought is a tuning fork, aligning you with experiences that match its resonance. This is why mental clarity is so crucial. The mental plane responds to focus. Scatter your thoughts, and your energy disperses like sunlight spread too thin. Concentrate them, and they ignite change like a magnifying glass, focusing light into fire. Intention transforms vague wishes into potent frequencies that bend reality around them. This is the art of mental alchemy, consciously shifting your thought frequency to reshape outcomes. When facing a challenge, shifting from "this is too hard" to "I have the energy to overcome this" raises your vibration. This change attracts solutions, people, and synchronicities aligned with strength rather than weakness. Mastering the mental plane is both power and responsibility. You've been using this power unconsciously all your life. Now you are invited to use it deliberately. But the question remains, how do these thought frequencies become tangible in the physical world? The answer lies in the next dimension, the astral plane, the realm where thought merges with emotion, giving birth to form. Here your strongest desires and deepest fears take shape. Emotions fuel energy, and in the astral plane they create forms, bright and luminous when born of love, heavy and shadowed when born of fear. Your recurring dreams, your unresolved anxieties, your wildest visions, they all live here as real energies shaping the currents of your waking life. The astral plane does not filter. It amplifies whatever you carry within. If you harbor anger, fear, or insecurity, these will rise with magnified force. If you nurture hope, love, and vision, they will glow as guiding lights, leading you forward. To enter this realm is like standing before a mirror that reflects not your face, but your soul. It can be terrifying, yes, but fear here is simply energy, waiting to be transformed. By meeting it with courage, you transmute it. By shaping your emotions consciously, you become a creator not just of thoughts, but of lived reality. The astral plane is the bridge between inner world and outer form, the dimension where energy crystallizes into beginnings of matter, which leads us to the next step, the etheric plane, where the blueprints of reality are drawn. The etheric plane is the bridge between thought and matter, the place where invisible energy begins to take form, where ideas are seeded before they bloom into tangible reality. It is here that the foundations of health, healing, and creation are first established. And think of it as an energetic blueprint, a shimmering web of light that outlines the structures of your body, your intentions, and even your destiny. Every organ, every cell, every system in your body has an etheric counterpart, an energetic design that shapes and sustains its physical form. When this template is balanced, energy flows freely and health flourishes. But when distortions or blockages appear in this etheric layer, they manifest as illness, fatigue, or disharmony in the physical body. Ancient wisdom traditions knew this. They called it chi, prana, or life force, the current of divine energy that flows through all living beings. Today, science is beginning to confirm it. Living organisms emit biophotons, tiny packets of light used in cellular communication. These biophotons reflect the state of your etheric field. When you are radiant and balanced, your biophoton emission is strong and coherent. When you are depleted, it is chaotic and weak. The etheric plane is not just about health. It is also where your intentions gather shape before becoming real. Imagine you set a goal, like building confidence or creating a new career path. Long before it appears in your daily life, that intention exists here as a vibrational pattern. With focus and repetition, it solidifies into a clear design, ready to manifest. For example, visualize yourself standing tall with self-assurance. In the etheric realm, that vision becomes an energetic imprint. Reinforce it daily, and it strengthens. Eventually, it guides your thoughts, your actions, and even how others perceive you, until the blueprint and the physical overlap. This is why practices like meditation, breathwork, and energy healing are so powerful. They clear stagnation in the etheric template, restore balance, and increase the flow of life force. A clear etheric body strengthens intuition, speeds healing, and aligns you with your creative potential. But this also carries responsibility, because the etheric field responds not only to your conscious desires, but also to your hidden fears and unresolved emotions. When you heal the inner world, you purify the etheric template. When you carry unresolved pain, it ripples through the blueprint and eventually hardens into your reality. The etheric plane makes clear that nothing inside you is invisible. Everything becomes form. From here, the energies condense further into the physical plane. This is the world you know best, the tangible realm of flesh, stone, and star. The physical world feels solid, yet appearances deceive. Matter is mostly empty space, with particles vibrating at frequencies we can barely comprehend. What you see, hear, touch, taste, and smell is not the full truth. It is a narrow bandwidth of perception filtered by your senses. Think of it. Visible light is only a tiny sliver of the electromagnetic spectrum. Dogs hear sounds you cannot. Birds see ultraviolet. Dolphins communicate with frequencies that never reach your awareness. Reality is infinitely richer than what your senses reveal. The physical world is a stage, condensed from the higher planes of thought, emotion, and energy. Here lies the greatest illusion: separateness. Your body seems distinct from the chair you sit on, the trees outside, or the stars above. But all are made of the same fundamental energy, vibrating at different frequencies. The atoms in your bones were forged in the hearts of stars. You are not apart from the universe. You are the universe, condensed into human form. Yet within this physical world exists another deception: the matrix. This is the web of systems, beliefs, and expectations designed to keep you distracted and disempowered. It is not just fiction from science fiction movies. It is a real structure of control woven into society. The matrix convinces you that life is linear. Go to school, get a degree, find a job, buy a house, work until retirement. It demands conformity and punishes deviation. It rewards obedience but starves creativity. It thrives on keeping you so busy, so anxious, so entangled in debt and routine, that you never pause long enough to question whether the path is yours. The matrix also manipulates your attention. Media and advertising bombard you with messages of inadequacy. You are not enough unless you buy this, wear that, earn more, become more. Social platforms amplify comparison, encouraging envy and loneliness while keeping you endlessly scrolling. Education, too, is shaped to condition obedience. Memorize, repeat, follow rules, while discouraging true curiosity. Even health systems often prioritize pharmaceuticals that treat symptoms rather than empowering prevention and healing. The result? A society of individuals who feel isolated, disconnected, and unfulfilled, exactly as the system intends. Because unity is dangerous to the matrix. Real connection breeds power, and power threatens control. But here's the secret. The matrix only holds power if you consent to it. Its bars are beliefs. Its chains are unquestioned assumptions. The moment you recognize it as a construct, you weaken it. Awareness cracks the illusion. You are not here to be a cog in someone else's design. You are here to awaken, to create, to embody the divine spark hidden beneath the noise. Breaking free begins with awareness, seeing the matrix for what it is, a mental cage. You don't escape reality. You uncover reality. You reclaim your mind, your choices, and your freedom. This awakening is called Ascension. Ascension is not floating away. It is grounding into your true nature. It is the process of shedding limiting beliefs, releasing inherited programming, and stepping into expanded awareness. Think of it like climbing a mountain. Each step requires effort, but with every rise, the view grows clearer. You see connections, patterns, truths invisible from below. On this path, you may feel energy surges followed by exhaustion, bursts of joy followed by deep release. Your body and mind are recalibrating, discarding the old and opening to the new. Intuition sharpens, compassion deepens, synchronicities multiply. You feel drawn to people, places, and ideas that elevate you and less tolerant of what drains you. This is not only your transformation, but also your gift to others. When you embody peace, others sense it. When you release fear, you give silent permission for others to do the same. Your ascension ripples outward, uplifting those around you. The world needs awakened beings, bridges between the seen and unseen, anchors of wisdom in chaotic times. Integration is the next step. Higher awareness is not meant to be left on meditation mats or mountaintops. It is meant to be lived. Integration means bringing spiritual insight into every act, sipping morning coffee with intention, working with kindness, speaking with integrity, making choices that reflect both heart and mind. Your life itself becomes prayer, art, and offering. Daily practices support this. Meditation strengthens connection. Breath cleanses energy. Mindful presence transforms routine into ritual. Grounding in nature aligns your frequency with Earth's rhythm. Energy hygiene, clearing stress as deliberately as washing your hands, keeps your field coherent. Each small act embodies the divine in matter. As more awaken, a collective shift emerges. Imagine a world where competition dissolves into cooperation, where humanity sees itself not as fragmented, but as a single organism with billions of expressions. This is not fantasy. It begins with individuals like you choosing to live consciously, to weave higher awareness into daily existence. And here you face a profound choice. Will you live as creation, flowing with life's current, trusting synchronicity, or as creator, actively shaping reality with vision and intention? Both are sacred. Both are true. The greatest mastery is dancing between them, knowing when to surrender and when to act, when to lead and when to follow the music of the cosmos. You are both the dreamer and the dream. Every thought, every act, every choice ripples outward through the crystalline grid, through the oversoul, through the universal plan. Your life is not insignificant. It's a thread in the tapestry of existence, colored uniquely by your soul. Awakening is not an end, but a beginning. Each step reveals new depths, new layers of reality, new facets of your infinite nature. You are more than flesh, more than mind. You are light, energy, and divine awareness, embodied for a time in human form. Embrace your role as both creator and creation. Live with intention, love with courage. Illuminate the path for yourself and for all. The universe is waiting for what only you can bring. So imagine this choice clearly before you. At the crossroads of awakening, two paths extend. One path is that of being the creation. You allow yourself to flow with the currents of life, observing and experiencing the world as it presents itself. There is deep comfort here. You feel part of something larger, trusting synchronicities and signs, surrendering to the rhythm of the universe. You recognize that you are held in the great design, even when you cannot see the whole picture. This path teaches humility, and faith. The other path is that of being the creator. Here, you embrace the full responsibility of co-creation. You set intentions, direct your focus, and act with purpose, knowing that your beliefs and energy shape outcomes. The universe becomes your canvas, and you are the artist, painting your experience with thoughts, choices, and vision. But with this role comes accountability. Your reality is your responsibility. Neither path is wrong. Both lead to growth. Both are expressions of the divine. And the greatest wisdom comes from learning to embody both, knowing when to yield to life's flow and when to step forward with decisive creation. It's like a dance. Sometimes you lead, sometimes you follow the music. When you merge your will with the rhythm of the universe, you become a conscious co-creator, harmonizing your desires with the divine pattern. This choice ripples far beyond you. Every action, every decision impacts the people around you, the energy of your environment, and the growth of humanity itself. By choosing to live consciously, whether as creator, creation, or both, you inspire others to awaken to their own potential. This is how collective transformation begins. One awakened life at a time. Yes, it may feel overwhelming, but there is no wrong answer. Each path is valid. Each step teaches. The true gift is knowing you have the choice. To awaken is to remember that you are not powerless. You are not insignificant. You are an active participant in the unfolding of existence. From here, the journey does not end. Awakening is not a destination, but an ongoing process, an ever-expanding horizon. With each step, new insights appear. With each breath, deeper truths unfold. You are invited to live with intention, to create with love, and to contribute to the great tapestry of existence in your own unique way. The universe is not waiting for someone else. It is waiting for you. We are both the dreamers and the dream. Each of us is woven into the very fabric of reality, not separate, not insignificant, but vital. Every thought you hold, every act of kindness, every choice made with awareness ripples outward into eternity. You may never see the full effect, but the web of existence records it. Nothing is wasted, nothing is lost. Remember this: awakening is not a final state. It is a living, breathing path. With each cycle of growth, you peel away illusions, embrace dualities, and step into greater unity. You are infinite in potential, limitless in essence. So, as we close this journey together, carry this truth. You are more than just human. You are a luminous being of light and energy, a unique expression of the universe itself. You embody both the earthly and the divine, the tangible and the ethereal. Embrace your role as both creator and creation. Weave your colors boldly into the cosmic tapestry. With every thought, every act, every intention, you illuminate not only your own path, but the path for all. The journey continues. With every step, you reveal more of your infinite nature, more of the truth of who you are. And I want to thank you deeply for watching this video. This channel has grown so much in recent months, and I'm profoundly grateful. Your comments, your reflections, your insights, they mean everything to me. Every time you share your perspective, your encouragement, or even your challenges, it strengthens this community. In the future, you can expect more polished videos and community site where we can share our insights together. Until then, know this: you are not alone. You are part of something vast and beautiful. Keep seeking, keep questioning, keep shining your unique light. Have a wonderful day. This was the matrix of knowledge.
You can feel it when you go to work, when you go to church, when you pay your taxes. It is the world that has been pulled over your eyes to blind you from the truth.
And always remember, God is real. He is the creator of all worlds and all laws. Yet he is not bound by them. He holds dominion over all. And it is he who holds the ultimate power to shape the course of your life as he wills. At the end, it is he who determines what comes to pass and what does not. In this very moment, as your thoughts align with him, know that he is watching. Ask him for guidance. Trust in his divine plan. For his wisdom and purpose transcend anything we could ever comprehend. Now, do you understand the true meaning of choice? I wish you all the best. And until next time.